idea is you run it up and down, flat out, come to a stop, let it idle for 30 seconds, and then you 10 seconds the idle should drop, and then after the rest of the 20 seconds you should idle and you should be able to pull away flat out. There should be a little splutter and then pull away clean.
Splutter?
Pull away clean, then it means you need to just back the needle off. So reaching the needle up 5 minutes as if you were doing 5 minutes on the clock. And then repeat this procedure. Once up and down, bring it to a stop. And you can see on the video anyway how we do it. Okay?
Okay.
So, got the engine running now. What we need to do is check the idle and the top end speed. Make sure the tuning's at its optimum. What we do is we run it up and down a couple of times, then bring it back, check the idle. It should drop off for 10 seconds and then pull away clean.
Here's some high notes. There you go. 20 seconds. Pull it away. Flat out. Oh, snaps. Looks like a race tune to me, people. Looks like we got a winner.
Just need to turn the bottom end in clockwise 5 minutes, so you can turn it on the clock, and then repeat the process again. And if it's still running too rich, blowing the smoke out a lot, and it's not peaking, you can't hear it peaking, do the same with the top end. You need to get the balance right.
Hear that, people? Balance of your top end and your low end. See that? It didn't drop right away. I don't know, people. This guy has... Watch this. This is cool. Yep. Bam. Doesn't even cut out. Look at that. Upside down. Perfect idle. That's a race tune, people. And then watch. Ah! Oh, high note. I hope that's in some use. Well, I'm telling you, people, if I don't find a Techno buggy, if I see a Kyosho MP9 TKI4, because they have the 10 out, so remember, the 9s are going to be cheaper now. Always remember that. If you're looking for platforms, used, new, whatever, when the new one comes out, the older ones, price drops. So, being that said, I don't see a lot of them. Like I said, this is not a good time. You can still find them. You're just going to have to work extra hard. Like I told Mr. Woogie, by the way, shout out Woogie. Good little video brap in there. You heard what I told you as far as the message there. On a .28 stock, I suggest, as far as my experience and with the advice of my other Nitro brothers, Fitzgill brothers, you know who they are. I don't need to tell you them. I've told you guys plenty of times where I get a lot of my coaching from. On a .28, any .28 stock, if you're going to run an over Aussie 9886, don't run the 40. Well, I don't say don't run the 41032. It's just not going to do much. That 41032 is best fit, dyno and all, on a modified anything, except for a .21. The modified .21s, the 21s are just a whole different animal of motor. Okay, they scream, they've got a lot of top end, but they don't have a lot of torque punch, I should say, as the bigger motors, because they're pea shooters. What do you want? Scream, high RPMs, yeah, they fly. They're little squirrely motors, but as far as grunt, torque, like pull the front end up torque, you know, not much there. Okay, so anyway, on a .28 stock, run, if you want the good performance, it's set on the Rex Legend 28.8. I just got really have good luck on the stock ones with the whole Dynamite 053 platinum pipe and header combo. The one that comes together. Aiming 50 something bucks. Killer. Great gas mileage, lots of torque, lots of bottom, mid, you know, good, decent top. On a stock Rex Legend 28.8. The pipe that ran the best for me and performed the best for me all around was the 053. That's not to say other pipes weren't good on it, just I like that pipe all around. Remember, man, with the Muggy Maniac, that's the way that I roll. If you guys didn't know, I'm looking for the total package. I'm not looking for something that it's killer bottom end, killer mid, and has shit top end. Or it has tons of top end. Okay, I mean, tons of top end, nice mid power band pull, and shit bottom end. Okay, I want across the board. I want some snap on the bottom, nice torque in the mid, and screams its balls off top end. And those pipes are out there. The only three that I know of, or four actually. I've got another one coming. This pipe I haven't never tried yet. It's a new pipe for me, but I love the 9886. Man, it's a badass pipe. The next one's coming, people. Not next week, but probably the week after. I got so much shit that I spent like $300 this weekend, man. I probably shouldn't have. It's not stuff that I wanted. It's actually stuff that I need. So I gotta have my priorities right. Especially if I'm looking for a new platform, I gotta prepare. I gotta have brand new sets of paws on it. I call them paws, feet, rims, and tires. I gotta have, you know, I got brand new Badlands DE racing rims coming for my buggy. Plus, I got a brand new set of Badlands and DE racing rims. They're already sitting here. I haven't even opened the I've got stuff here, by the way, people, goodies. They're building up by this time next week, like by the end of this week, hopefully. Maybe towards Friday, I'm going to do another video. Hopefully I'll have all my shit that I've ordered, and we'll do some serious unboxing, including the new motor that I got coming. Some of you guys have figured out what it is. Some of you guys are just like, you don't even know. It'll be a surprise. No surprise to you as far as you guys know the way I am, but you know, kind of, you guys will get to see. And I told you I wanted this motor if I could find another one, and for the price I got it for, and it's Italian. That's all you need to tell me. Price, Italian, quality, badass. Yeah, it's not the biggest motor, but badass, especially for my new buggy that I'm getting. Oh yeah, this motor is gonna be yeah. Okay, we're gonna have my two buggies. Once I get my new one, you know, they're gonna have their own buggy team. But anyway, shout out real quick, shout out to Woogie doing your video. Like I said, you want to throw the 41001 with that Novarossi 9986, or yeah, it would work better on that .28, the Maxstar Dynamite. Yeah, it is what it is. It's fucking made in Taiwan. What do you want? Decent motor, workhorse definitely, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Once you run a Novarossi 28.8, you won't even fuck with, excuse my language, any other .28s. This right here is the king of all kings of .28s. Don't get that twisted, people. Yes, the Pico is a badass. The P3, okay, .28 is a bad mamma jamma, okay, sick, nasty, torquey, beastly .28, because, you know, it is a Pico. Pico's quality, okay? It's a badass. But, remember, it's only a 7-port, okay, for one. So, where top end, 7 ports want to kind of drop off a little bit. Not the Rex. This 8-port, that 8-port makes it want to just keep screaming. This thing's, and you guys seen it yesterday. This thing on my last video, this thing screams like a banshee on what's that shit that John drinks? The Delta. This thing screams like a banshee on Delta, like 2 times. Oh, speaking of, Muggy's got to have his coffee. Well, this ain't Delta, but this is fresh ground Starbucks. I buy the ground beans. My mom got me this. Pretty cool. It's like an antique type. Gives the Muggy a good workout, you know. When I'm getting a little around the belly, or you know, the Muggy's guns are getting, you know, kind of flabby. We bust out a pound of coffee, because you can only put a little bit of here at a time, and we just grind that shit old-fashioned way. But there's nothing like fresh ground good coffee beans. Throw them in the coffee machine. Make that shit. I gotta throw a little bit of cinnamon. I like cinnamon, and you know, I like the sweeteners, man. I like my buddies laugh at me because they're like, dang, bro, you drink your coffee? Don't you just drink it like a man, like black? I'm like, what? I don't fucking like coffee black. I don't drink coffee because I love the taste of it. I drink coffee because this shit gets me fucking, wakes my ass up and gets me fucking, this is my Byron's. This is my, I don't know if you call 3011. This is probably more like 40, it's probably more like 50, 30. This has got tons of juice, tons of brap in it right here, people. Anyway, I like my coffee like cocoa. My friends are like, dang, you like to put sweetener? Oh man, I like my shit tasting like cocoa, tons of caffeine. I'm more of the frappuccino type guy. Yeah, I'm not that I'm like, you know, I'm a gearhead. I get my fingernails dirty, people. I get greasy, unlike some wimps out there. They don't want to wrench. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about. Okay, you know, the whip is running well. Let's before we get into anything, like I said, we're giving shout outs to people. You know, Woogie. I got a shout out to this guy. He doesn't do a lot of videos. He's done a few, but just because of where the guy is, and this guy is always on my this guy's always on me, asking me questions and making comments, and I gotta slap him around a couple times because, you know, he's a whiz kid. You know, he's one of those brainiacs. You know, the guys in school that you know, we didn't pick on him, but we just, you know what I mean? This too cool for school guy. You know, the guy that's smarter than his own good. You know, the guy that wants to slam his finger in the car door like numerous times. He's so smart, you think he'd figure it out, but you gotta remember, my late father-in-law, God rest his soul, was a rocket scientist, and he didn't have a lot of common sense at all. I remember one time, I wanted to move a picture over, just, you know, I told him, I said, I just want to move this picture over just a little hair. He flipped out. What the fuck is a hair? It's got measurements, son. Everything has measurements. Precise. Accuracy. This guy was crazy, man. I didn't really, you know, I just want to move it over a little bit. What is it? An eighth of an inch? Third of an inch? 4 millimeters? 3 cent? What is it? It's got measurements, son. What's the measurement you want to move it? I'm like, holy shit. I just want to move the freaking picture over. This guy, like, he went bananas. That's just how smart people are, man. They don't have very little common sense at all. It's just facts. Look at Einstein. That guy was a banana head. You know, Thomas Edison. You know, Benjamin Franklin. You know, look at the Greek guys. You know, Plato's, Socrates, or what is it? Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle. These guys were geniuses, man. But they didn't have a lot of common sense. And these guys were, like, socially, like, not all there. But anyway, that's another video. So you know, this guy does his thing. He's always on me, and I like that, man. The guy's we communicate almost pretty much every day. I think he has something, he made a comment or something, and I give him, you know, Mikey doesn't hold back on nobody. I give him, I call it how I see it, and sometimes people get butthurt. Like I said, I don't care about your feelings, as far as in the sense that I'm not concerned if I hurt your feelings, because I'm telling you the truth, I'm telling you how it is, and telling you, you know what? Good effort, you're doing a great job. You know, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know, your shit's looking pretty decent, but your tune sucks ass. Period. That's all I got to say. So anyway, I learn a lot from YouTube. I network. Unlike some people, people just aren't. I don't want to say I'm you know, into the social media, but I have daughters, you know. By the way, I hope you guys had a good Father's Day. Quick side note, my Father's Day, and I'm just going to keep this real, sucked. This was the worst Father's Day I ever had, in the sense that I didn't get to see my daughters because they had to work, they couldn't get off, and I get it. Sometimes that shit happens, but, you know, I mean, and this is going to play into what I'm going to talk about in a minute. You know, they could have at least, I got text from them, you know, they gave me a cool gift here, I'll show you what they got me. My daughters made this. This is pretty badass. Thanks, Dad. It's a God of War card. You know, the new God of War with his son and everything. I don't know what all the other stuff means on it, but it's cool. They made it. You know? And, check this out. Bam! Look at that. You're like, what is that? That's a wallet, son. Shit. You know, they know I love God of War. Matter of fact, I think my next paint job on that clear other Mugen body that I have, the same as this one for the Mugen MBX7, the Pro Line body, I'm going to do another God of War. I'm going to do an even, you know, the God of War, it could have been better. It came out pretty decent. I like it. You know, I got a lot of compliments on it. You know, this one here on the buggy. But, you know, there's a lot of things I would have changed. On the top here, I should have really traced around the characters, and I shouldn't have left all this, you know, that white part in there. When you're trimming, when we get to that point, when I get to do a body, I'll do a whole video on how you do this paint art, picture paint art, or whatever you call it, shit. So you can do your own personal sick-ass videos, whatever you want to put on there. But I could do a better one. It's just trying to find the pictures and the quality. Comic books, they don't even make comic books. It was really crazy that I even found one with Kratos. Magazine, whatever. The quality of the paper is going to be a lot, depending on how it comes out, as far as the clarity, the longevity, you know, it holding up. This is holding up okay. I really haven't beat this body up that much. I don't run this setup too much, although the next time I do run the buggy, it's going to run just like that. But I'm going to do a God of War, because since I have a Mugen buggy, even though it's an older one, and the MBX7, I want to do a similar paint job to that, but maybe with a different scheme. So we'll have matching Mugens, God of Wars. Put that logo on there. Isn't that sick? Pretty sick wallet, huh? I didn't even really look at it. My daughters gave this to me. They knew. I told them I wanted one, because I have the Resident Evil one. You guys, hold on a minute. Sorry. Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a badass wallet. As Mr. Bodija would say, Zah! He loves God of War too. So look, I got the God of War one, and my other daughter got me this one, Resident Evil. Yes, I am a huge gamer. I just don't have the time. Nitro takes up all my spare time that I have, because I work, you know, work a lot. And then the free time is my family, and then the little bit extra time is my Nitro sickness, my frickin' endless sickless habit of Nitro. But I love this shit. So anyway, I couldn't even get a call from them. They text me, and you know, this generation is fucking, excuse my language, lazy, man. Lazy. And I even tell my girls, they're great kids. They're full-time students in college. They work part-time. They've been like that since they graduated from high school. You know, can't complain at all. I'm very, very blessed that my daughters are the way they are. They don't party, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't go run the streets. You know, they have their boyfriends or whatever, and they've had those same boyfriends for a long time. You know, who knows? God willing, maybe they'll marry these kids one day. You know, they've been together for years. I mean, you know, the high school sweetheart type thing. I mean, that's usually not how it works out. My sister got married that way too. Her husband, my brother-in-law, is, you know, it's her high school sweetheart. You know, that shit doesn't happen all the time. That's like fairy tale shit. You know, there's exceptions to the rule, but the rule is that shit doesn't happen. So anyway, you know, my kids are great and everything, and I love my daughters to death, man. And you guys have seen one of my older ones in an older video that I did. My oldest daughter, her name's Amber. My youngest daughter, Amy. Both these kids work to death, because they're like their old man. They got expensive habits too. one of them's into cosplaying and making all those outfits and shit, and she has turned my mom's computer room at her house in Corona, where they live, into a freaking seamstress shop. She took over my mom's computer room. My mom doesn't use it anyway that much, but my daughter, younger daughter, took that over. She's just into that shit, buying the wigs and dressing up, and, you know, going to those cosplay things or whatever they're called. They're kind of like Comic-Con, but they're the Japanese anime stuff. And then my older daughter, she's the one that's a huge gamer. She's got her own GameStop in her room. Like, her closet, literally, it's as big as this wall, walk-in closet. Half of it is full. Last time I counted, and this was a couple years ago, she had over 1,000 games. Every handheld, every home console, Nintendo, Xbox, PS5, or PS4, everything you can think of. And she's into the limited edition stuff, which means when it comes out, you got to order it so you can get this limited edition Kratos or Zelda watch, or, you know, and she's given me a few things, but some stuff she won't even part with. That's like her. She's just like, man. I told her she had a God of War limited edition that she got with the last game. I think it was a ring or something. I was like, you know, Dad loves that. You gonna give that? She was all, sorry, Dad, I love you, but that ain't happening. she's hardcore. So anyway, they can't even call their dad, man. At least call Happy Father's Day. I get a text. It is what it is. This generation just is lazy. Technology has turned our generation into lazy fuckers. That's as nice as I can put it. Okay? And because of that, that's why Nitro suffers, because this is not lazy. If you're a lazy fucker, like I told you before, don't even try this. Don't even get into Nitro. Save your money, save your time, save stress and headaches for you. Well, I don't call it stress and headaches. I call it, stick-ativity and perseverance. Other people, this generation calls it, headaches. Psst, headaches. There's no such thing as headaches in Nitro, man. Is there frustration? Sure. But if you persevere and you have stick-ativity and you stick with it, man, that's why I've got this shit down. I won't give up until my shit is not, the tune is okay. Man, if you're that guy that just settles for mediocrity or settles for, the tune's good enough, man, you might as well just quit now and save yourself the trouble. And not that you need to be perfect. You need to be like this guy, Mike Crodic, where, he's doing his video, man. I mean, the guy knows what he's talking about, all right? I watch him a lot. I don't know if he's the tuner of Elliott Boots anymore, because Elliott Boots, as you guys know, if you don't know, he's racing with Team S-Works. So, he was, Mike Crodic was Elliott Boots' as mechanic. And Elliott Boots, Mike Crodic was Elliott Boots' mechanic. There we go. I don't know if he's his mechanic anymore, because Elliott Boots still does run Reds, but he's not with Kyosho. I think Crodic was part of Kyosho. Now, there's a guy, something Davis. I don't even think he's in the top 25 right now. I think he just is a mechanic for him. Remember, I told you before, Kyosho lost a couple key heavy hitters this year to S-Works, or to, one to Techno, which was Jared Tebow, was racing for Kyosho, great driver, winning top 10 in the world, and Elliott Boots. Those guys are gone from Kyosho. So I don't know what's going on with Kyosho. I don't read too much into what these companies are doing, except when they pull bullshit like just happened. So I'm going to call it how I see it, okay? We're going to get into this discussion for the next 10 or 20 minutes or whatever about the company that you guys know that I hate. And because I hate them so much, the companies they own, I don't like those companies either. I don't like Team Losi. I can't stand them anymore. And now I don't hate Losi TLR. I hate Horizon. But I do blame Losi for letting Horizon control them and selling out to them anyway. So because Losi sold out to Horizon, because Dynamite sold out to Horizon, because these companies couldn't foot their own bill because of their own stupid financial situations, or because of their lack of account management. I've ran businesses before. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the Muggy. I ran businesses. Ran businesses where I was making, or that my business was pulling in $10,000 to $20,000 per week every week. You do the math. But it was when I was a lot younger. I wasn't ready for the responsibility. It was something that I got into. A company that, you know, a friend of mine owned, and he needed me to help him, so he cut me in on it, and I was helping him run the business. But it was my own division of that company that I was running. Okay, managing 20, 30 people at a time. I know all the sales and marketing. I know all the marketing scheme, all how the marketing, accounting, everything it takes to run a business. I know a lot about. Okay, the thing that I didn't know a lot about or wasn't good at is the money management part of it. And that's just always been me. I'm not good with money, man. Me, like I just said, I spent $300. I probably shouldn't have. I didn't really have to. But you know what? I earned it. I worked hard for it. As long as my priorities are right and my bills are paid, it doesn't matter how much I put into this. I don't even tell my mom that anymore because she'll harp on me. Well, you know, you shouldn't be spending all your money on these toys. Mom, they're not toys. Please don't call my adult hobby here a toy. Now, if it was a Traxxas, rightfully so, that is a toy. That's not even a real nitro. It's not even a real RC. It's fake. We won't get into that because that's another company that I can't stand. I would piss on the Traxxas if they were on fire. Just as much as I would piss on Horizon if they were on fire either. So anyway, you know, I ran businesses, so I know how the whole business model works. And let me tell you, let me clear the air and get this out there so you guys know. This is the end of a dynasty. Team Losi is no longer a dynasty anymore. And this has been happening, okay? Ever since Horizon took over, it was only inevitable or a matter of time that this was going to happen. Let's go down the list. What has Horizon discontinued? Well, they discontinued the O, and it has a lot to do. And you know what's funny is it's all focused on nitro and pit scale. The gas, the real shit, the shit that really is, you know, the most reality or the most realism that you can get to a real car. Electric is not a real car. The shocks maybe, but that's about it. Some of the functions on it. But as far as the whole thing in a whole, it's not a real fucking car. You know, there is electric cars out and hybrid cars now, but those are, I would never own one of those. Fuck that. Okay, I'm all about the motors. I'm like Mr. Bodegel, man. I'm like motors, brapping, noisy. The noisier, the better. That's me too, man. I'm a gearhead. You guys know what I told you before, what I grew up around. I'm a freaking gearhead, man. If it ain't real, if it ain't breathing, if it ain't firing piston in it, there ain't smoke coming out of it. If it ain't, you know, if there ain't any of that, then the muggy ain't having it. Okay, now I know John said on the videos, and I've watched every one of his videos thousands of times in the last 4 years since I've been doing this. And I was watching a couple of his other videos besides the one that he just uploaded. You know, and I know, and John, man, God bless this guy, man. And I really feel for him right now because I know how much he's a diehard Losi guy. And I feel for all the Losi guys. You guys just got fucked in the ass again, excuse my language. You guys just got kicked in your nutsack. First the Fiscal, because they discontinued the MTXL, and I never really got a chance to get one of those. I was thinking, because it's from what John says and what I've seen and other people that I know that have them, hell of a basher, man. One of the ultimate bashing monster trucks. Now, that's a monster truck right there that I would have, okay? I don't care if you got a pull start it. Whole different game, ball game. But that's a badass monster truck. Fly that thing in the air, brap that thing all over the place. That thing's a beast. And I seen John's. He beat the hell out of that thing, just like he does everything. But they discontinue that. So there you go. Kick right in the nutsack for you fit scale guys. Okay? Let's kick you in the balls. And they're probably going to kick fit scale guys in the balls some more. Watch. I guarantee you. And I'll get into and explain why they're doing this and why these companies do what they do. Because I know. I've ran my own business. And I know how companies work. I've been working. I'm 51. And I've been working since I was 18. Well, actually 16. On and off, not steady that many years, but you know what, so I know. Been there, done that, okay? The muggy, as I said, is no spring chicken, okay? So anyway, I feel bad for you Losi guys, man. They just keep kicking you guys in the balls. You guys can't even get a damn brand new X platform buggy that's been out for almost 2 years, and you can't even get that shit dialed in. You know why? Because Horizon's not putting any money into development. Like I said in past videos, and John even mentioned, he made a comment and we were talking about what happened with Adam Drake. Adam Drake has seen this coming many years ago with Horizon, and he got out. He was like, you know what? Peace, I'm out. I'm a legend. I don't need to prove shit to you guys. You guys don't want to let me have hands-on the racing development. I mean, Adam Drake, if it wasn't for him being on Team Losi, you guys would have had dick to talk about. Okay, last championships and worlds you guys ever won were with Adam. He left. He got smart and said, fuck Horizon. These guys want to control everything. Hell no, I'm not racing for this team no more. I'm gone. And he was like, peace out. I mean, they disrespected my boy, Adam, the legend, the Dale Earnhardt of RC, you know, because they didn't feel he was going in the right direction. He didn't want to sell out. He said, I'm not selling out. Either you let me, either I have hands-on development on these vehicles and I will get you the results, or you know what? F you. And Horizon said, well, we're not going in that, we're not, you know, we don't want to do that, Mr. Drake. Which was the stupidest thing that Horizon ever done. Retarded, okay? The legend, Adam Drake, the man, the myth. You're going to tell him you don't want your vehicles to be #1 and to win? So he's like, all right, see ya. Mugen said, hey, you know what? We'll take him. Whatever they say, in Japanese, Mr. Drake, yeah, you want to develop? Yeah, yeah. Oh, Mugen, you make Mugen better? You make win? Yeah. You help Mugen sell? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. You, yes, Adam Drake. You #1. You the best. You do whatever you want. Mugen, we pay you lots of money. And now that's why he's with Mugen. He's smart, you know. And look at Team Losi. After that, turn to shit. And then Mayfield, another guy. Come on. These are two of the top drivers in the world for the last few years. Mayfield said, I'm out too. Peace. So Losi, man, you guys take some really, you know, and it kind of reminds me of the Raiders, man. The Losi TLR Losi is the Raiders of RC, the Oakland Raiders. They're going to be Las Vegas now. And you guys know about the Raiders. Suck, poor team, has talent, had talent, squandered it. Bad decisions, bad management, poor coaching sometimes, you know, even though Gruden's back now, and I believe John Gruden will get that team. You know, John Gruden, that guy's a different animal of coaches, man. He don't put up with shit. That team, the Raiders, will have a winning season. But anyway, not to talk too much about sports, that's why I look at Losi. Losi is the Oakland Raiders of RC. Just got the bad fucking, man, you guys have been through some shit. But you guys, I respect the Losi guys because you guys hang in there. And this is hard, man. They discontinue another vehicle? Horizon discontinues the Losi 4.0 Truggy? I'm telling you, man. John, if you're watching this video, they're not. I hope I'm wrong, but from my sources, I know guys that work for A-Main. I know guys that work for Horizon as well, as you do. I do my homework. I network too. I'm not just some guy that's lazy and just does, you know, does enough. I do more and beyond and above in Nitro because that's how much I love this hobby, and that's how sick in the head, gearhead, and how much passion I have and love for this hobby, man. This shit, I love it. Anyway, that X Truggy is not coming out, okay? Losi's not going to put money into it because that's, I mean, that's like saying, okay, well, they discontinued MTXL, now they're going to make a better one. That ain't happening. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised, and I heard, this is just a rumor, don't quote me on this, they're going to discontinue the 5T, okay, and the 5B. Okay, they're not going to put all their money into gas or nitro anymore. Horizon is moving slowly towards the E-word. And you know why? Because, like I said just 10 minutes ago, this generation is fucking lazy. People don't want to work at any hobby. They look at it as, oh, the hobby isn't something you should have to work at. Well, isn't a hobby something you want to get better at? Okay, if you want to get better at something, you're going to have to work at it. That's the way it works. That's a fact of life. Don't get that shit twisted for you young guys out there. Okay, nobody's going to give you shit. If they do, you'll never appreciate it and you won't have it very long. Okay? You need to earn and work for your shit. At least I can say, on all else, my daughters, you know, they work and earn their keep. good girls, great girls, man. I love them more than anything in this world, man. They're my everything. But they work hard. You know, they like to spend money. They're girls. What can I say? One of them spends, I don't know how many thousands of dollars on makeup. She's got her own freaking makeup shop in her room besides all her games. I mean, these girls spend money like crazy. My mom was always getting on them. You know, but then my mom's the same way too. I mentioned on my last video, I told my mom, well, you know, the apples don't fall from the tree, even though you're their grandmother. You know, my mother, look at me, I'm like that too. It runs in our family, you know, we're just super compulsive. If we want something or, you know, want it bad enough, we're going to get it. Or we're going to work towards it. I work my ass off for all this shit that I have, okay? So anyway, Horizon, man, so you discontinue a Legends. Well, I guess we will say that the 4.0 Losi now officially is in the class of the Muggy, Savage, and I would say Hyper 7. Those are the vehicles that I consider. LSTs, not so much. As far as when I think of Losi, now that this 4.0 is retired, that 4.0 is a legend. It's a classic. John made it to what it is, probably. I would say that. Can't argue with that. But, you know, it's you know, Adam ran it at one time. Adam Drake raced it. I think he won championships with the 3.0, I believe. I don't know about the 4.0. You know, but now it's one of those. That's sad, man. I'm so glad I didn't get into Losi, man, because I just couldn't. And I knew better because I didn't like those decisions Horizon's always made. They're thinking about the dollar. Okay, if it doesn't sell, doesn't make dollars, doesn't make sense. The old saying, right? That's Horizon, man. They don't give a shit. They're not a freaking hobby company, people. Do you know that? Some of these people don't know that. Don't get that twisted. Horizon is a distribution company. They distribute shit. They buy companies and they distribute their shit. That's all they're in control of. Distributing. Well, they're in control of everything, but they distributing. They look at the numbers. Are we distributing a lot to those? No. Oh, that means they're not selling. What is that thing? Oh, MTXL? Yeah, scrap that shit. Discontinue that. Next. Oh, the 4.0s, the Truggies, they're not selling anymore? We're not distributing? No, sir. Okay, get rid of that shit. People aren't buying them anymore because Losi hasn't came out with anything new. I don't think they understand that. Why would you discontinue shit, like John said, when you don't even have a new one out? You know why? Because they're not going to make a new one. That X buggy isn't what they thought it would be. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that X gets redeveloped. There is a guy called Mike B. Mike B. Look him up. His name's Mike B. He's a freaking die-hard buggy Losi guy. He doesn't have the he's not into the Truggies like John. He's like Bodegel is with the Truggy Losi, but with the buggy. This guy's sick in the head Losi guy too. For years and years and years, and I watch him. This guy's very technical. This guy, I learned a lot from him. He's the one that taught me how to head shim, how to do the head shim. And this guy knows his shit. He races and he bashes, so he does both. And he built one of those new X buggies, and he said that thing was the fucking biggest headache he ever seen Losi put out. He had to alter a lot of shit. He had to fucking move shit around. Certain servos, certain shit wouldn't fit in there. He said it's a fucking nightmare. If you get one of those Losi X's, and he said the Truggy, when they make it, it's going to be the same. It's going to be a fucking headache to build. The Losi 4.0, from what I hear, and I watch on videos, he didn't complain about it. It's pretty sweet, pretty sick, easy build. Great build, right? Well, that X is completely opposite because they changed everything. They have no clue of what they're doing, and a lot of it's experimental. Why do you think it took them almost 2 years for Dakota Fenn, their top factory racer, to even get on a damn podium? And it was a dirt nitro. That's a fact. Go look that up. He placed second to Mayfield. Mayfield smoked everybody else, Truggy and Buggy. But Dakota Fenn, their top boy in Team Losi, got a podium, placed second in Buggy. Truggy, he didn't even get up there. Okay? And ever since, Dakota's not, he's barely in the top 20. He's like, I don't know, he's like 16. No, he's like 18th. He's behind Adam Drake. Adam Drake's not, Adam Drake's, he's getting up there now. His reflexes aren't the same. But, I mean, he's still a legend. Don't get that twisted. So, anyway, Losi can't develop that thing because they don't even know a lot about it. They're still experimenting. They're not putting money into the racing and development. They just care about sales. And because you don't put the money and the time and effort and the technology into racing and developing your vehicles, what do you think we're going to get? If these guys that race these vehicles, truggies and buggies, don't give the okay and don't get it figured out, we're not getting shit. Because that us getting these vehicles, these whips, depends on the factory drivers. Them racing them, them developing them, them testing them, all of that. That's why I like the Mugens, because I'm very comfortable and I feel confident that I got the man, the myth, the legend. He's on my Mugens. He's heavy involved, coming out with new shit, trying to make it better, faster, stronger. And by the way, Mr. Zai, if you're watching this, pillow balls, bro, these pillow balls, the new pillow balls, okay, and I even attest for that. This here is an MBX5 Pro Spec, okay, at the time, 14 years ago, and I even think still, this is the baddest bashing buggy out there. It has all the bells and whistles. Thicker, stronger than any 8-scale buggy on the market even today. This thing, I could jump this thing off a 2-story barn, and it wouldn't even do nothing. Okay, how do I know this thing is durable? Because you guys will look at my video, oh, well, you never jump. This thing got away from me. It ran away twice, ran it into a brick wall at 50 plus. Nothing happened. I got a little bend, a little tweak here. I didn't break no arms, didn't bust no pillow balls, okay? And the angle that it hit, it should have busted those pillow balls if they were weak and they were cheap and they weren't developed right, okay? Not the case. So, if you guys are having any questions, I know John doesn't like pillow balls. Teach his own. You don't like pillow balls, you like C-cups, that's fine. Okay? But I can tell you that the same thing happened to this one. My MBX7 ran away on me too, because I was having switch issues. Okay, didn't get on video. Ran away too. Probably about at least 40, 45, maybe faster, into a wall. And the other time it ran into a pole. No pillow balls broke, no arms broke. So if this thing, full speed, top end, could smash into a wall or smash into a pole or a tree and the pillow balls don't break, do you think they're going to break if you jump it off a 15-story building? Hell no, they won't. So those pillow balls, I don't care what John says. I love him to, you know, he's got mad love for John, brother from another mother, my brat, nitro brother, and soon to be brat brother. Okay, but he's wrong on that. I have proof. Okay, I busted, you know, I'm not going to, you want me to film a video running this thing into a wall and show you how it, trust me, I don't have no reason to lie to you guys. I always keep it real and I always will keep it real. These pillow balls, man, they are very, very durable, okay? Okay, so experience, I've done the testing, I know, facts, only facts, okay? So don't, you can believe what you want. John, I haven't seen him, if he doesn't run it, how does he know? From what he sees or what he hears? He just doesn't like pillow balls, and that's okay. He doesn't think that these are durable enough. Maybe soon coming up, maybe I'll have to jump this thing, you know, off a couple 2-story buildings and, you know, get it 50 feet in the air and, you know, show you that these pillow balls, they ain't breaking. Or the arms. This thing is built and designed by Adam Drake. You think he would design weak-ass pillow balls? So what you're saying, because you know he develops this shit, Mugen makes it, but don't get that twisted. Adam develops all the shit on these things, okay, since he came there. So when you're saying that these pillow balls are weak and they wouldn't handle bashing, you're saying that Adam Drake doesn't know what he's doing when he designed these, when he put his technology into it. You don't think Adam Drake wouldn't? Man, when those guys race, those guys are rough, man. People think that because they're not jumping 30 feet in the air, that they're not tough on vehicles. Man, when you're racing, those guys out there, you watch truggies, man, those guys flying, wrapping around fucking posts and poles and other vehicles, man, these things have to be built tough. Adam Drake designed the Mugen to be a tank. Okay, and that's just that. Okay, John, let's just say, you know, you can't get the pillow ball, you don't want to put whatever. Here you go, John. No excuses. You said 3 of your videos you would build your next build, and I quote what you said. And like I said, I'm going to hold you to this, Mr. Za. He said he was going to build his next truggy would be a Techno 3 times. He said, this is my next build. My next build, he said it on his videos, will be a Techno. Well, I'm waiting, John. So take this thing, Botagel style, and do your shit to it. And let's see that shit jump off roofs. Guaranteed you'll love this thing. This thing is bulletproof. This thing is a beast, a tank, way tougher than any TLR. You won't bend your dog bones, trust me, okay? Like you had. You won't bust no shock towers, definitely. And plastics? Oh hell, don't even worry about it. These are the toughest plastics on the market, period, man. Ask anybody that has one. If you don't have one, then you don't know what you're talking about. So, you know, people like to put in their 2 cents and they don't even have a vehicle or don't even have that. They'll say something, oh, well this, oh why, because you heard? Do you have one? Have you ran one? No? Shut the fuck up then. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so anyway, I feel bad for Losi, man. That's the end of a dynasty. The dynasty is gone. When Adam Drake left, it was already dying, you know? I mean, they're just discontinuing shit. They've discontinued the Dynamite Life battery. They discontinued the 086 pipe. They discontinued that Dynamite work stand. I mean, Horrizon doesn't give a rat's ass about you people, okay, or us. Especially Nitro and Fisco. They're only concerned about dollar signs. And for this generation, like I said, because we're technology has made us lazy, not me, but this generation, people just want to microwave their shit. Here, right here. They want to put it in the microwave, you know, push go, and that's it. They don't want to wait for shit. They don't want to have to wrench on nothing. They don't want to have to get dirty. Oh, you mean I gotta clean this thing now? Oh, hell no. You sure do. I take pride in my cleaning. Look at this. This bitch is dirty. Look at that. I haven't even touched it except, first thing I do, air the motor out, all around the motor, really good. Pull out the plug. A couple drops of my, I got to patent this shit, people. Look at this. This is Muggy juice. What's in the Muggy juice? I'll tell you what's in the Muggy juice. We have this here. Losi engine oil. This is the shit that they use in their factories. When they're screaming those motors and they're testing them before they box them up, this is the shit they're using. Okay? Best shit. There's 2 different types. I'm getting both of them. Matter of fact, sorry, the Muggy Maniac's all up. So that's my thing on Horrizon. You know, I hate them, man. I can't stand them. I don't want to even buy a 5B now. I don't give a fuck if they can discontinue that thing too. I could care less. Right here, Absolute Hobbies. Lossi synthetic oil for engine maintenance. Okay, they have 2 different kinds. They have this one, and they also, it's only $8. So I got one of those, and then they also have the, what's the other one? This one here. One of them's synthetic, and then this one is, I don't know what the difference is. I can't. This is just like a special. This is like just a regular engine lubrication oil, and the other one's a synthetic. I get both. I mean, it's $8. Big deal. That's the shit I mix in my after run oil in here. I mix it with that 3-in-1 and Marble Mist Oil, and I call it Muggy Juice. Maybe I should come out with my own patent. You know, it's good shit, man. I use that shit on everything, man. And you can't go wrong. Come on. Marble Mist Oil, Losi engine oil. Okay, the shit they use in their factory. Hey, if it's good enough for Losi to use on their engine in their factory, it's hella good enough for the Muggy Maniac. So that's the Horrizon, man. That shit just pisses me. I'm not even a Losi guy, man. I just feel for the guys, man. And when John did that video, you can see he was trying to be nice. He was pissed off. And he's done 2 other videos. When Horrizon never they discontinue shit. I'm surprised he didn't do one about the MTXL. I'm sure he knows. I didn't see him do a video. Whenever something like that happens, John always is the first one to do a video. Now, when I told you guys, another thing, when I told you guys, and I don't care about credit, no credit, who gives me shout-outs, I don't give a shit. But when I did the LRP, that I was the first one on YouTube to let everybody know about that LRP problem with the sleeve. Don't get that twisted. You guys, John saw my video, because John's not on social media. He's not on Facebook and all that. Rick is, and I am too. I have connection with Facebook with Rick and other guys. Okay, so I mean, you got to be plugged into all this shit, man. If you want to know what's going on in Nitro world and RC, you can't just put your head in the sand. You know, I'm not saying that John's putting his head in the sand, but you know, John just goes by, you know, he gets a lot of emails and he gets, you know, he was just getting bombarded by all that shit, you know. That's why I'm not into YouTube, man. My phone would be blowing up. I got enough with the handful of subscribers and maybe the half a dozen guys that I talk to on a regular basis, you know. Mr. Joseph, you know, out there. Shout out to him. Me and him talk every once in a while. You know, Connor Whipkey, you know, me and him talk, you know, on and off. You know, Lights Out, me and him talk regularly. You know, Elite RC, me and him talk, you know, periodically. He's just been real busy lately. I did talk to him day before yesterday. We talked for a long time, went over a lot of shit. He's still trying to get me to get into the fifth scale thing. I'm really not excited to get into fifth scale. There's just things that I want to do in Nitro. I love Nitro. Fifth scale, the biggest thing for me too is just there's so much of a financial gap. It's so much more money, you know. It's just it would be like me starting this over again. I don't really want to start anything over again until I'm done with this. I'm not done. You know, I'm going DLC coated cranks, ceramic bearings, different modifications, different pipes. There's a lot of shit that John Bodegel didn't do. Not that he didn't do great things in Nitro, but he didn't go beyond and above to where I think Nitro can go. Now, whether it needs to or not, it doesn't matter. It's what I want to do. I want to take this shit to the next level. When I see somebody doing something and they're doing it good, I want to go next level of that. Shit, if I had it my way in a perfect world, I'd have all that. I'd have me a motor bath thing in here that costs $1,000 or whatever they cost. Okay, I'll have my own break-in bench, which I am going to get one of the Huddy break-in deals. You know, I mean, I don't have a problem running it on my vehicle, but I do understand the break-in bench, you know, is an easier way to do it. You know, I mean, all of that. There's so much technology coming out and so many different tools in Nitro that you want to have just to make everything a lot smoother and easier that I don't even have yet. I mean, I'm looking at cordless heat guns. Makita and Milwaukee make one. They're like $200. I might just mess around and buy one. A cordless heat gun, compact, that I can take in the field with me? Oh, hell yeah. Screw the head warmer. I don't need a head warmer and drag a battery with me. I just bust out my little heat gun. Bing! Heat that shit up. Check the temp. Boom. Boom. Fire it up. We're good to go. Oh, hell yeah. You don't think I'm thinking about that shit? Hell yeah, man. I want to heat my motors every time I run because it's less stress on your piston, less stress on your crank, less stress on everything in your motor. Your motor will last a lot longer, and it's less stress on your damn bump box and burning out your wheels, man. I just want to, like you seen yesterday, I just want to heat, and that, the way it started yesterday, it's because it's hot. If your motor's not hot, you're going to struggle. Just on that, and let alone whatever else you might be struggling with as far as your adjustments. I don't want to struggle with anything. If I can eliminate one less thing that I have to mess with on Nitro and tuning and everything, then I'm all over it. Like a hobo on a hot dog. Hook me up like a tow truck. So when you heat your motor, man, it's just easier to fire up. It's already pre-tempted already. It's already warmed. You're ready to tune. You know, you guys want to run cold motors and waste, you know, 2 tanks of gas. If you got the money, then waste your gas, you know, and waste your time. And then once it gets to temp, and then you're going to tune it. When you could just heat your motor up, fire it up, run it around, you know, clear it out, run it around, and it's at temp already. Start tuning, man. I don't know why you guys want to just beat yourself up and make things harder than it needs to be. You don't need to be making shit more complicated. So anyway, Horizon, Microtic, that video, watch that video. It's the Reds tuning thing. It'll tell you show you how he's breaking is a little bit, well, it's not a little bit, it's a lot different. Right when he fires it up, he's kind of like Gordy Tessman. Gordy Tessman doesn't do it on the bench, doesn't run tanks through it. He fires the motor up for the first time, puts it on the ground, and slowly puts it under load and runs it around. Microtic, when he does it, he has it on his bump box, but he's giving it brap, brum, 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 brum. You know, John, as you see, he lets it idle at, you know, 4 tanks, doesn't mess with giving it any R's. Rick at R&B suggests the same thing, don't give it any R's. And Adam Drake. So those 3 guys are the guys that I do my break in. Adam Drake's, a little bit of his style, a little bit of Bodegel style, and a little bit of what I learned from Rick at RB. That's all I need. I'm good. And I have never had any problem with stock or modded motors that I've broken in, you know, a handful of them now. So anyway, this thing is a sick ass, nasty, badass filthy bitch. She, not just filthy, she was brapping. She's pulling the front end up. I think I've got like grass stains on my wing because this bitch was standing up so much out there. This Nova Rossi, the balls are dropping like I said. The RB modded 28.8 Rex Legend, oh yeah, its nutsack is dropping. And I think I'm gonna, the next time I run this thing, it's gonna be good. I mean, we're pretty there. We're like maybe a few tanks away from 2 gallons. Okay, finally. Now the next one on the list to get up to the 2 gallon mark, okay, we got this one modded by RB modded by my brother Rick. Shout out to Rick. Got to get a hold of Rick sometime this week because I'm sending him motors. As soon as that motor that I got coming gets here, I'm going to inspect it, pull it apart, check it out, and then it's getting sent to Rick. Then the following week I have another motor. Well, actually I'm going to wait because I got one more motor that I got to get before I send my 3 to Rick. So I'm sending the OS over there all by its lonesome. It's like everybody left it. It doesn't have any friends anymore. It's by itself. But yeah, that badass little OS 0.21 is getting modded. The new one that I got coming this week, I'll show it to you guys. That's getting modded. And I might get 4 motors modded, but for right now 3. I'm gonna mod another one of these LRP 0.32s with a Nova carb. So I got one stock, one mod. I'm gonna get another stocker one of these. Have to. I want a stock and a mod Nova, stock and a mod LRP 0.32, and I want a stock and a mod Pico. The Pico, stock and a mod one of those. So that's what I got going on. Okay, this thing is sick. Techno's dialed. Loves the Nova. I mean, look how smooth this drivetrain is. And it's filthy. Butter. Pure butter. So Mr. Za, if you want a tank that you can jump off buildings, fly 50 feet in the air, throw your mods in here, there you go. That's the whip that you want right there. You said you were going to build one, so I don't know. We'll see if you hold up to your word. I know you're a man of your word, and I'm going to hold you to that. You said it, so guess you better start hunting for one. He don't have to listen to me. He can do whatever the hell he wants. That's what he said. So these, men, get one of these. You have to have not just an outerwear if you can. Now some vehicles you can't. Not just an outerwear. Okay, but the motor saver, the whole. Look at this thing. This thing is a freaking filthy. Filthy, dirty, nasty. But look at that. Still pretty clean. And if you look under here, that shit doesn't have nothing on it. And this thing's probably got almost a gallon through it now. I'd say every gallon. Clean them out real good. 40 bucks. Worth it though. Motor saver and the outerwear. So what else do we got going on? Next up on deck, next weekend, will be the MM modded LRP 0.32 in the Mugen MBX7T with 086 pipe, 41001 header on it. I run the 41001s on bigger bigger non-modified. Even though this is mild modded, not really. I guess I can run the 41032 on it. Either one, it's okay. I'm going to try the 41001 with the 086 pipe. 086-ish. We're going to throw the Chinaman tires. These Chinamans are going to run. They're brand new with those rims. Those rims aren't much heavier than the DE dishes. Okay. And what else? That's about it. The Pico's going to be set up. Modded Pico will be running in the Muggy. So I'm going to take my time on because I got to make sure that I don't kill the Muggy with that sick-ass modified 0.28 Pico over there. It is going to run in the Muggy though. Probably be a minute, but it's going to run in the next time you see the Muggy running, it's going to have a modded Pico running through it. So I got to make sure I take my time, set it up, go through everything, and prepare it to go to war because it's going to be Muggy, XTM Muggy versus Pico. Ding ding, round 1. We'll see who wins that one. So anyway, that's all I got going on, people. Yeah, so, shout outs to all you guys. The contest winner, I will be sending a pipe to. Lights Out. He gets a nice 086-ish pipe with a 001 header, an extra one that I had, and he's getting one of my clutch setups. I believe he wanted me to set it up for his buggy or truggy. I gotta check the text, but that's what he's getting. He earned it. He didn't just do one video, he did multiple videos, man. That's what I'm talking about. People, get off your lazy ass. This generation is too lazy, and as long as this generation and you people continue to be lazy, you're giving Horizon what they need in the ammunition to discontinue more 5th scale shit, discontinue more 8th scale shit, and to continue to kick us Nitro Gearhead guys in the nutsack. Because you guys are, not all you guys, but a lot of this generation are lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to turn wrenches. They just rather plug shit in and go. And that's what's fucking us up. So remember, we are an elite group of people. You know, we should call us the Nitro Roundtable or something. Maybe I might start something like that, or like the Skulls or the Secret Society of Nitro Club, because we're an elite group of guys, man. Not everybody can do this. Not everybody can hang here and do what you need to do in Nitro to be successful at it. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can get a Traxxas and an easy start and bullshit and be a pretender or fakey like half the guys on YouTube are. But only the real brow pits can get some serious, good quality platforms, solid motors, modded, get into the next level shit and so forth, and do this shit right. So either go big or go the fuck home. You don't like what I say, like I said before, you Traxxas people, you Traxxas whores, you the monster truck whores, you guys that still are messing with pull starts and roto starts, you know, unless you're a newbie, you know, whatever. You know, I really don't care. Thumbs me down, unview, don't subscribe, so I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not collecting a check. I'm not playing into this game of YouTube. And I'm not selling out to nobody. Horizon, Traxxas, you know, YouTube. The hell with all of them. I could care less. Muggy Maniac's going to do what he wants to do. His style, Muggy style. Teaching it, preaching it. Laying the Nitro smack down. Keeping it real 100%. Okay? So that's all I got. Peace out. You guys have a great week. Any questions, comments, you guys know how to get a hold of me. For those of you that talk to me behind the scenes, hit me up. I got your back. Any questions you have. The only question I have for you, are you willing to do whatever it takes to get this shit right? Peace, I'm out.